welcome to this transmission. Awakening the magician within you, the magician archetype. And to begin this transmission, face east, place of the rising sun. The east, the direction of air, and of mind, the mind that thinks, the mind that creates. And welcome in the energy of air, which itself is a direction of magic. Magic through the mind. And to your right is the direction of fire. The right of you, as you face the east, is the direction of fire. Direction of celebration, of passion, of power, of sexuality, which all have their own magic. Welcome in the energy of fire. Energy of fire. And behind you, direction of west, the direction of water, of emotion, of dreaming, the dream time. An emotion has its own magic and creative ability. Welcome in the energy of water, of west. To your left, the direction of north, direction of earth, of all earthly structures, such as corporations, businesses, and governments, and money, earth. Welcome in the direction of earth, an earthly structure. As we come back to the east and complete the circle. I'm going to invite 4 Ascended Masters now to hold this space around us. 4 Ascended Masters to hold a space with their heart, like a sphere of light around, as we've called these and welcomed these 4 directions. And I welcome now a being to hold the space below, a being of light to hold the space below, as we're soon going to invoke the crystal grid from the earth. The crystal grid is a grid of elements, of fairy. It's a place of magic and power in our inner world, in our inner imagination, that we can connect to. The crystal grid connects us to the fairy races that live in the inner earth. And welcome a being of light to hold the space above, where we'll be also welcoming in the planetary grid, the grid of ascending light, ascension, which is changing the energy, the vibration on this planet. And I welcome your higher self to hold the space within, your higher self, your inner guiding force, as we move through this transmission. Your higher self is the gatekeeper that allows energies in or does not allow them in, that welcomes guides in or does not welcome them in. The higher self is the gatekeeper. And from the inner earth I call for 4 ascended fairy masters of light to start to bring up now the crystal grid from the earth crystal grid, a grid of white fire, white elven fire from the earth, coming up now, up, a grid of white fire, coming up into the room, coming up into your feet and entering into your body through the energy centers in the feet. As this grid begins to ascend now up through the feet and ankles and around you, all around you, filling the room with this white fire. As if you're in some kind of rising tide of fiery energy, rising up now to the knees, clearing as it goes. Rising up now to begin to touch the pelvic area and opening the base chakra that opens to receive this crystal grid, this white fire, elven fire. Base chakra opens, and this fire can now gently begin to adjust the base chakra, adjusting the spin, adjusting the vibration of it, the core of it, expanding it, clearing it. Remembering now you are one with the magic of the earth. You are one with the magic of the earth. As this grid of fire begins to ascend now into the sacral chakra that opens to receive it, opens to receive this white fire, this grid of fire, as the energy also ascends around you. And the crystal grid begins to do its magic on the sacral center, opening, clearing, aligning, spinning. So the energy of the crystal grid begins to rise to the solar plexus chakra, the center of power that opens to receive it. And this light from the inner earth, the fairy kingdom, the elemental kingdoms pour into the solar plexus, connecting you, your sense of power, to the power of the earth. Opening, aligning, correcting, spinning, adjusting. The center of power now. The center of power that helps you move through the world. Connecting you to the grid so you feel one with the earth. So you feel you're able to walk on the earth as one, guided, protected by the earth. Open up to this source of power from the inner earth, crystal grid. Breathe it in. So moving up now, past the base that opens the root chakra, through the sacral, through the solar plexus, up into the heart that opens to receive fire, elven fire from the earth. Heart opens, and you're being bathed in this elven fire from the earth, this elemental fire, this fairy fire from the earth, connecting you to the magic of all of life, all of nature. And as you bathe in this energy, I call down now the planetary grid, down, a golden white fire grid work, down now, down into the room. It begins to descend into the room. A golden white fire now begins to descend, and this light is the light of ascension. Yeah, some call this the Christ grid. Descending now, a golden white fire grid. Begins to descend now to about 3 foot above your crown of your head, where it waits and pauses as it clears the room, clears the room. Clearing, transforming, sending this, any energy in the room that needs to be cleared or transformed elsewhere. As the fire begins to descend now to the crown of your head, that opens to receive this golden white fire, that opens to receive it. Clearing, opening, aligning, adjusting, transforming. And moves now down to the third eye that opens to receive this golden white fire. Again, clearing, opening, adjusting, transforming. Fire descends now down to the throat. Just down to the throat. It opens to receive it. And this energy now descends into the throat and opens, clears, aligns, expands, extracts as necessary. Throat chakra now. The energy begins to descend to the heart that opens to receive this fire. Opens to receive this fire now. And this fire also opens, aligns, and cleanses the heart and meets with the crystal grid from the earth. Meets with the crystal grid from the earth. And in these grids you are connected to heaven and earth. Into the golden fire of the heavens and the white fire of the crystalline earth. And the passes from the inner earth now, intensifying the crystal grid, allowing more energy to flow through, helping you to feel grounded to the magic of the earth, the magic of nature. Feel grounded now. That opens you to this elemental kingdom, this fairy kingdom, elven kingdom, kingdoms of the inner earth that connect all of nature. The mineral kingdom, the crystals, the plant kingdoms, the green world, and the animal kingdoms of great variety. It includes insects, birds. The whole of nature's held in this crystal grid. Feel your connection to the oneness of nature. Feel yourself part of this nature, of this planet. A child of the universe, a child of the earth. A welcome child of the earth. You have every right to be here. Every right to walk on this sacred planet. This ascending planet. Cool down now. A second layer of the planetary grid, this golden white fire begins to descend now. Another layer of the grid descending now into the room. And upon this grid is the energy of the magician, the archetypal magician. Energy of the shaman, the one who mediates between the worlds, the one who connects with all the kingdoms, the mineral, plant, animal, for healing, for power, for creation. Riding upon this wave now, the magician begins to descend now to the crown chakra that opens to receive the energy of the magician. This dancing figure of light begins to touch your crown chakra now, opening you to memories, times of lifetimes where you too were a magician, you too perhaps were a shaman, working with the crystal grid, working with all the kingdoms of nature, working with the unseen friends in spirit, opening your crown chakra to times when you too were a magician in this earth or some other dimension of time and space, working with magic, for magic exists in many, many dimensions of existence. Magic that we would understand as magic. Opening the crown now to possibility of magic. Magic you've already experienced, already tasted, already felt, already seen, already heard. In your bones and blood in other lifetimes. And this is an invitation now for you to call upon those gifts, those experiences in this life, should you wish. Should you wish. The magician energy opening now, clearing old doorways, opening locks that were perhaps there for you to be more fully grounded in this lifetime rather than others. But there may be certain lifetimes now, certain experiences that will be of great benefit for you to know, for you to feel, for you to remember. This golden fire now descending now into the third eye. And the magician now dancing, opening, expanding your imagination, expanding your ability to see, to envision, to dream the world into being. The magician first manifested as a shaman, perhaps, but has also been on this planet as a ritual magician in Atlantis and Egypt. mantras, ritual magician, generating energy to heal, to clear, to reinvent the world, re-envision the world, working with light, working with the forces of nature, with the forces of God, Goddess, all that is, oneness of the universe, working with life, working with life. And this planetary grid descending now into the throat that opens to receive the magician. And the dancing magician now opening you to the power and magic of language, of storytelling, of being a wordsmith. From the magicians of old were great storytellers. It is said that the Druids remembered all their magic through storytelling, through the oral tradition. Nothing was written down. Opening your throat chakra now to remembering power of words, power of the voice, sending vibration through the voice. Opening the throat now. Opening the layers of the throat. The power of the word. And with the word, the world was created. The power of the word. Spoken word. Power of singing, of voice, of mantra, of chanting, of incantation. The voice, moving energy, moving energy. And this golden light grid descending now to the heart, descending now to the heart.